Okay, so the next, after biographical studies, what we have to see is the birthday party and the characters, the setting, central theme, and plot. These are the topics that we want to very quickly touch upon here. Okay, so the birthday party. Okay. By Harold Pinter. Okay. Okay, and the settings. Yes, so what is the setting of the play? Yes, anybody? What
Married, sir.
Yes, yeah.
The birthday party uses a single setting, the living dining room of a seaside boarding house somewhere on the coast of England. Its anonymity contributes to a sense of place as symbol, especially in allegorical interpretations of the play. All the doors permit characters to enter and exit the room. There are features suggesting that the room is isolated from the world outside. The wall separating the room from the kitchen has a hedge allowing characters in the kitchen to peer into the room like jailers peering into a prison cell.
Yeah, okay. So there is a single setting. Yeah? Setting. So when you say this unity of time, place, and actions, yes, three unities. If you remember the Greek days, the three unities, and one of the unities was unity of place, unity of time, place, and action. There's three unities. So this play, you can say, is very much like a Greek classical play. Unity of place. Place. It is single place, one place. At one place, everything happens, and that is a living dining room, which opens into kitchen, which opens with a small window into kitchen. So living dining room, which opens into kitchen. That is the setting where everything happens in this play. By and large, in this particular room, all the scenes are happening there. And symbolically, we can see it is something like a prison cell. Yeah? Somewhere you are confined. Somewhere you are confined into a narrow space. See? Confined into a kind of a narrow space that can be symbolically read about the setting there. The anonymity, where, which place, we don't know. It seems to be a seaside boarding house. Seaside, it may be a seaside, a boarding house. So there is an old couple who is renting their home. Part of the home is rented, like PG. Like PG, some people stay. And the seaside, so people may come for vacation, and then they can give one room, two rooms to the people, and that's how the old couple is earning the money. It's a boarding house. Seaside, but which place exactly? Where? Anonymity. Anonymity about the exactness about the place, and you don't know England, Paris, London, Bombay, which place? Nothing is given. Waiting for Godot, you don't find anything. Lighthouse, you will find a place that there is this place, there is a lighthouse here, there is this, there, names are given, real places, those things are given there. But here you don't find a roadside, but where? Nobody knows the location. Anonymity, which gives a very interesting idea of the allegorical interpretation is also possible, that you are creating the absurdity of the world in this, and so anonymity is necessary part of those things. Enter and exit, people keep on coming through the things, and then we will have doors and windows. Yeah, doors and windows, which again are the symbolically used devices also there. And as there are doors and windows, there are knocking sound also. Knocking sounds. And this knocking sounds are used to create the effect of menace, threat. So suddenly somebody is sitting there and somebody knocks, and people are suddenly frightened. Suddenly we don't know why they are frightened. We don't know. So there is a reverse dramatic irony. Reverse dramatic irony unfolds, and characters suddenly start behaving as if they are afraid of something. But why are they afraid of the people who are coming, the outsider? Why? Do they know them? That's why they are afraid. They were waiting that somebody will come and it will be harm, it will be threat. That person will psychologically damage me. That person will physically damage me. Were they knowing? We don't know. As an audience, we remain in complete blindness. Whether the outsider people who the insiders are afraid of, and the knocking is frightening, threatening. Why? That why is normally not answered in the play. Why they behave in a frightening way, that we don't know. But doors and windows, sudden opening, closing down, and the thing plays the vital role. So setting and allegorical references, narrow space, a kind of a confined space where things happen, that also becomes significant there. Theme of the play, a theme of the play, and there will be various interpretations. Here it is obviously absurdity is at the center. Yes, absurdity is at the center, but many more things also we will read. What is the main idea of absurdity? As we don't know many of these things, that what happened in exact terms. What happens? Who are these people? Why they behave in this way? Why are they doing what they are doing? That we are never sure about. We are never sure about the characters and their behaviors and their motivations. And so we remain, this meaning remains about absurdity of those behavioral patterns there. The facts, most of the facts remain unclear there. Historical background, we have seen historical background about the painter's childhood that we have just referred. So we are skipping that part here. Characters here. We are not touching everything in the theme, because in various interpretation we'll go and try to see this. So we are leaving this point a little bit incomplete here. Characters. Yes, who will now let me know who is the protagonist?
Stanley Weber.
Okay, Stanley Weber.
Weber.
Yeah, okay. Stanley Weber is the first important character here. And it seems like he is a pianist. It seems
without
like,
work.
Yes, pianist without work. And it seems to be, but we don't know whether he's really a pianist only, but there is a reference, so we can say maybe. But pianist means we can, in a larger context, say artist. So that is that connection that we are trying to establish with Stanley Weber, that maybe. But the play will say that he is really pianist only or not. It's very difficult to conclude whether he is this only or not. But we get some idea about that. He is there and he is without work, so he is living at a boarding house there. His behavior is very puzzling in different case. Okay, we are not reading other parts of the things there. Another character.
Meg Bowles.
Meg and P.T. Bowles. Yeah? Meg and their husband and wife. Old couple, owners of boarding house, where Stanley is living as, you can say, PG or on rent. On rent, he is living there, and they are the owner of boarding house. Boarding house is owned by this old couple, PT and Meg. PT is the husband and Meg is the wife. PT and Meg Bowles, the old couple there. Okay. Then other characters.
Ned Goldberg.
Ned Goldberg.
Goldberg, a Jew in his 50s.
Yes, Ned Goldberg and Dermot.
Another is there, yeah.
Dermont.
Yeah, one of the strangers who interrogates Stanley.
Yes, Ned Goldberg and Dermot McCann, strangers. Strangers who interrogate Stanley Weber and then they take Stanley Weber with them, the strangers. The strangers are what frightened about. Strangers are what Stanley Weber is afraid of. The strangers. So Ned Goldberg, Dermot McCann. Who are they? Are these their real names? That also we remain in doubt. So even the very idea about these names of these characters, are they real or not? Are these names also real or not? Stanley keeps on changing. This Ned Goldberg, Dermot McCann, no surety about the names also. So whether they are what seems to be is completely under the doubt, anonymity, and so remains absurd kind of a thing that happens on the stage there. Okay, then
Lulu,
yes. Yes, Lulu is the another female neighbor. She is the neighbor of PT and Meg Ball's boarding house they own, and Lulu is the neighbor here, who also becomes a part the birthday party. This so Lulu is another character there. Okay, so these are the characters. Not many characters. Stanley Weber, the protagonist, who seems to be a pianist artist, he is on rent. Pity and Meg Ball's old couple, this Ned Goldberg, Dermot McCann, strangers, and Lulu is the neighbor of Pity, who becomes a part of birthday party there. Okay? Now plot. What is the plot? All other things, so we will see a plot overview when we see here. You will find the paragraph there. You can have a quick reading of this paragraph also. You can have a quick reading of this paragraph. I am sharing the screen also. If some of you are not able to read thoroughly, let me share the screen so you can see that. So you see that letter from a woman to Harold Pinter. Dear sir, I would be obliged if you would kindly explain to me the meaning of your play, the birthday party. These are the points which I do not understand. Points required to understand the plot and the theme and all these characters also. And the questions were very interesting. These questions are very interesting in a letter written to Pinter. Who are the two men, Ned Goldberg and Dermot McCann? Who are these two men? Who are the two men, strangers? Who are they? Where did Stanley come from? Where did Stanley come from? Where? Was he pianist? Was he playing a piano anywhere? From where is he coming? Is an artist who is in exile? Is he in exile? Running away? Exile means bhagi jau, desh thi bhagi jau, shahar chhodine bhagi jau. એ રીતે એક્ઝાઇલમાં રહેવું, like Taslima Nasreen, Salman Rushdie for 9 years when Khomeini had fatwa against him, MF Hussain out of India because of the paintings. Exile, artist in exile, many artists there. Is Stanley Weber an artist who is in exile? From where is he coming? What was he doing actually? Was he really pianist, artist, or what was the concern? What went wrong with Stanley Weber? Why is this whole thing? And where they're supposed to be normal. Are all these people supposed to be normal or not? If there is any one character which seems to be normal, it is P.T. It is P.T. Bowles. Except for P.T., all other characters seems to be some way abnormal. Like what they are doing and what they really are, there is a huge question about that. So the kind of a face that is shown to us as an audience or a reader, we also doubt whether are these people that only or not. Are this, because normally in drama, we know that people may be wearing masks, they may be having hypocrisy and all those kinds of things. But at least audience is very clear. Audience is very clear to see that, well, these characters are lying. It is all a fun among the characters. It is all the kind of a deception among the characters that they do. They have their own world. But we are out of that world, and we are, as an outsider, we are looking, and we know who is deceiving to whom. Who is deceiving to whom, that we know very well. We are, as an audience, are aware. At least by the end of the play, we are made aware. At least by the end of the play, we are made aware that who is right, who is wrong, who is hero, who is villain, what is the problem is solved, resolution is given, who was deceiving to whom, everything becomes very, very clear. I was today only I got a memory on Facebook about a post about film Mohra. There is a Hindi film Mohra, and there was the protagonist in that, not protagonist, the villain of the film Mohra was played by Nasiruddin Shah. He was playing that role, and he was blind. He was playing a role of a blind, and then last scene we come to know that he actually is not a blind, but he was able to deceive everybody by being a blind man. So what we get, a very interesting idea, the connection with birthday party is that it is not that you have to blind other people to cheat them. Sometimes you can be blind and cheat other people also. Sometimes you can be blind and yet you can deceive other people, you can cheat people. It is not necessary that you have to blindfold the other people always to cheat them. No, sometimes you blindfold yourself and also you can cheat other people. But at the end we come to know that, well, he was not blind. At the end of the film we come to know that he is a bad person, he's a villain, everything we come to know. Whereas in Pinter's world, even at the end we don't know. Even at the end we don't know that what all these things are going on there. So are these people supposed to be normal, or what kind of abnormality they perform in different part there? Pinter's reply was about this absurdity, about this, the questions of absurdity and existential crisis. Existential crisis, that is what, or the questions of existentialism that comes into this reply. That who are the two, kindly explain to me the meaning of your letter. Meaning of your letter. These are the points which I do not understand. And it is like, who are you? Who are you? Where did you come from? And are you supposed to be normal? So now imagine that birthday party is a creative work of art, it's a drama. Well, this letter is not a creative work of art. As the letter is to be read as a simple bare language. Now, even in that simple bare language also, there is a confusion that who are you? And it is very difficult to answer, who am I? Or where did you come from? And are you supposed to be normal? How can we say that our behavior is normal? So that is that anxiety that it comes there. But well, still there is something, but still there is some plot. It is not all like Waiting for Godot, that nobody comes, nobody goes, it's awful. It's not like that. Somebody comes, somebody goes. Strangers come, they go, they take some people away. So something is happening. So what is plot? What is the story in simple terms? If you want to see this play, then we can say that when the play opens up, we find that in PT and Meg's room, boarding house, one person is living as a PG. This person is already staying there. And well, Meg seems to have a kind of an attachment for Stanley Weber. Meg seems to have some kind of, like, it can be a motherly attachment or maybe other kind of relations. We don't know, because that is what will always remain there. But we can only doubt by what we see and the kind of conversation that happen, that maybe Meg and Stanley have a kind of an extramarital affair or a different kinds of relations, or it is motherly care for Stanley. What we come to know is that PT and Meg, they do not have any children. They don't have any children. And we also come to know in a very curious and an interesting way, that is the part of the language, that how language unfolds, and that power struggle unfolds in our day-to-day conversation that comes into this there. That when PT is reading newspaper, Meg is asking what are the news. So PT said that, well, the news about somebody gave birth to a child. And Meg says, who is it? PT says, you don't know. Tu nathi oળખતી છે કોઈ આવું નાના મોટો સમાચાર આવ્યા કરે, કોઈને ત્યાં કોઈનો જન્મ થયો ને. But Meg says, no, tell me who. What is that? What is this? And then I says that so and so person and gave birth to this. And Meg is asking, boy child or a girl child? And says it's a daughter, it's a girl child. Well, Meg says, not boy. I would love to have a boy. I would love to have a boy. Now that craving for Meg, which tells us that, well, they are without children, and she is urging for being a mother, but now they are almost an old couple. But in this particular scene also, how this power struggle which we are talking, which is unfolding in different way, that also will be very interesting to see. But tomorrow or in the later discussion, we will see that part. So newspaper reading, breakfast in the morning, and Meg seems to have some extra attachment towards Stanley Weber. Stanley Weber seems to be very rude person, very rude person. His behavior with Meg also is not like proper, but is very curious. You can't decide that what way Stanley behaves. Sometimes in a decent way, sometimes in an undecent way. But by and large, his behavior is not, we can say, something that we can sympathize for. So Stanley Weber is a character, though protagonist, but we can't sympathize with Stanley Weber also, as if he is a bechara kind of an artist. No, that feeling never comes. Because, but we doubt whether he is really pianist or not. He says that once upon a time I had a concert and so many people were there and this, but we doubt his narrative also. We can't rely that what Stanley is telling is right. Sometimes we feel that Stanley seems to be a member of some gang. He must be a gangster. He's that Monty, which is the invisible character here. So he may be a part of that, and he might have cheated Monty, and so these two people have come to square the accounts with Stanley Weber. They are taken to Monty that side. So is Monty a gangster? And these are the part of those things. Sometimes we feel his behavior is also like that. Also, so we don't sympathize with Stanley Weber as an artist, or because we don't know he's really artist or not. So this is how it opens, and then Lulu comes in the first part, and we get introduction to the character of Lulu. Meg wanted to see that, well, Stanley should go out with Lulu. Going out is dating, going out on a date, and they may develop a relation also, so that it may be good for both. Stanley is not going out anywhere. He is just inside the room. Meg and Pitty may think that, well, he may be tired, and so he want to take rest. But we may get a sense, that Stanley is hiding from something. He is hiding from somebody. He is not there to take only the rest, but he has run away from some place, and he is here hiding in this unknown boarding house there. So he's not going out. He said maybe he go out and people may identify him. So he's not going out. Lulu also tries to say that she is like almost ready to flirt. Lulu is at that stage in the life where, she is just about to become a prostitute, if you want to say that because when we do feminist reading of this play, at that time Lulu's character can be studied, that she is in search of a companion, and so she is ready to build relations with the other man, ready to build relations. But then what happens in that case is that you may have a relation and you fall out. There is a breakout. And then what happens is that you may be easily labeled as a bad woman, a woman of questionable character. And then what is the life left for women kind of, a Lulu kind of character is prostitution only. So she's almost on that word. She's ready to go out with Stanley, but Stanley is not interested in this there. When symbolically we read Stanley as an artist, then we can say that Lulu is artist inspiration. Lulu is artist's inspiration, which also is being molested, tortured by the society, by the political power, by other people like Ned Goldberg and Dermot McCann. That can be read symbolically into this character there. So that happens because he's not going out, and then there is some knocking, some talk, and then Meg tells to Stanley that two people were asking for a room, and I have told that we have an extra room, so they are going to stay. Today evening they are going to come, and Stanley is frightened. Stanley is very much frightened. Who are these people? Why did you have a talk with them? Why you allowed them to come? All these kinds of questions is asked. He becomes very angry on Meg also. Very angry on Meg that you should not allow. Are you not reading newspapers? Newspaper tells that old couple has been murdered by unknown people. Old couple has been killed by some unknown people. Why do you allow this unknown people to your home? They may kill you. That way, Stanley. But the threat or the fear which Stanley is showing to Meg is perhaps actually that he is suffering from that threat and fear. Stanley himself is suffering from that unknown threat and fear. And perhaps he has the doubt that these people who are going to come are going to do a physical damage, a psychological damage with him. So he's afraid. But then two people come, Dermot and McCann, they come there. When they meet and greet each other as if they are not knowing each other, Stanley is not able to identify, but sometimes we feel that they know each other. At least Ned Goldberg and Stanley are well aware about it, that we get a sense. Dermot McCann seems to be new to the job, new to the job. So there is a word job, which is connected with Kafka's trial. The Kafkaesque element that comes, that we are on a job, apre kaam chhe, work, apelu chhe, this job, and that job is Dermot McCann is little bit worried that are we at the right place? આ જગ્યાએ કામ કરવાનું છે, આ વ્યક્તિને જ સાથે આપણે કામ કરવાનું છે. Are you sure? Dermot McCann is not sure. He's asking to Ned Goldberg. Goldberg says, don't worry. I am an expert in this work. We will work it out there. Things will open up slowly and steadily what we are going to do. So he seems to be new and this. And when they have conversation, Stanley and Dermot McCann also had a conversation, and Stanley tells him that you don't know what you are doing. He says, you don't know what you are doing. Don't do this. You leave this place. But McCann is not able to understand those things that are there. But they both work together there. And while these things are going on, they come and they stay there. And then that evening, Meg says that today is Stanley's birthday. Today is Stanley's birthday. So Ned Goldberg says that, well, it is great. Then we will celebrate the birthday. And Lulu also is invited and comes with gift also, that, well, your birthday is there, so this gift, and we are going to, they all said that, well, let us have wine, champagne, and we enjoy it. And when it is told to Stanley says, it is not my birthday. It is not my birthday. He says that I don't want any celebration. I don't want any party. And other people say, no, it is your birthday. And we are going to celebrate the birthday. And so there is a scene about birthday party. The central scene of this play is, that is how it is, the title given, birthday party, a very curious birthday party, where the one whose birthday it is, he says it is not my birthday, and all other people say it is your birthday and we want to celebrate the birthday. It's a long sequence of birthday party where Meg speaks, Lulu, all people are speaking, that Meg seems to, we come to know here, that had extra a kind of attachment towards Stanley and other things. So everybody speaks. Ned Goldberg is a kind of a character who is very decent in behavior, very decent in behavior, very like up to the mark. His dressing sense, everything is up to the mark. Ned Goldberg. And it is exactly the character which we come to know, that the way people look, they actually are not so. The way people look, they are not so. This is Ned Goldberg is exactly a kind of person about which Lady Macbeth told Macbeth to be. Lady Macbeth told to Macbeth that be like this. This says that be like a serpent beneath a flower. Be like a serpent beneath a beautiful flower. So people are attracted towards the beautiful flower, and then you can what we call it, bite. You can bite. Dang khapi sakaye jare pushpa lewa ave tyare. Be a serpent beneath a flower. So have a look of some, you are a noble, but have evil designs in your mind. So that is Ned Goldberg, exactly that. He is well behaved in everything. He seems to be very confident about his work, but he also fails. In last part, he also struggles to find words and other things there. So birthday party is going on, these things happen, and then in birthday party, people drink, they enjoy the life, and then couple of things happen, which is very symbolically important. As the party keeps on moving, Stanley Weber is all alone sitting there. He is not interested in party. He is dragged into the party. He don't want to talk with anybody. He's all alone there. But Ned Goldberg starts having a talk with Lulu. Ned Goldberg starts flirting Lulu. And Lulu also responds very positively to Ned Goldberg. He's a very old person in 60s around there. And Dermot McCann starts having a talk with Meg. Now, we can see that Stanley Weber, and in his life, there are two women characters, Lulu and Meg. And now both of them are taken by other men. Both of them are having a kind of a private conversation in a party that is going on with another man, Meg with Dermot Monty and Dermot McCann, and Ned with Lulu. Now, this perhaps may be very traumatic to Stanley also. Like, he can't perhaps bear this situation, all alone there, sitting. He is not liking that situation at all. He is not enjoying the party. He dislikes this strangers. He's afraid of the strangers. And then two women which were a part of his life is now taken away in a way in that party by the another unknown stranger man. Perhaps this was so frustrating for him that he attacked Lulu. He attacked Lulu, and there is a sudden darkness on the stage. Electricity goes off, and people are crying, shouting that what happened? Somebody attacked somebody, and the sounds of women are going there, and it seems like Stanley is trying to rape Lulu. In this, that is how, when the lights come off. That is how we see the stage that happened. But Stanley is very violent, becomes very violent in the last part of Act 2. So that is how the birthday party comes to an end. That is, in a tragic way, the birthday party comes to an end. And then Act 3, in the third act, when we open, it is next day morning. Next day morning, it is almost in the first, the way the first act begins, the third act begins, almost in a similar way. So when the third act, the next night of the birthday party, and as if everything is normal, PT and Meg are having a conversation over the dining table there, and she is preparing breakfast. She is reading newspaper, and PT says, "How was the night?" And Meg says, "It was wonderful party. We all enjoyed a lot in the party," as if Meg is hiding something. But Meg also do not feel what she is hiding. That is how very interesting character becomes here. What went wrong, she is not telling. She says, "Everything was good. I was ballet of the party. I was beautiful women. People appreciated me in the party," and that's how the talk happens. And then there is some noise upstairs where Stanley Weber was staying, and this Nat Goldberg, and they also were staying upstairs. There is some noise. So they say, Meg says that Stanley is still sleeping. Let him sleep because it was late night party. Let him take rest, and says. But PT is aware about something, and that is that when he came late night in that party, in that birthday party, the one character who was not there, it was PT. PT was not there because he normally goes out to play cards and other thing with the friends. So normally he is absent in all the nights. Normally he is never present at the home at the night. It was not there. But he came very late night, early morning, and he heard that there was some kind of sound from the upstairs. And those sounds perhaps were a kind of a thing that Stanley Weber is beaten severely by Nat Goldberg and Dermot McCann. Maybe that was the kind of sound that was coming there. So when PT is asking them that what is there, what went wrong, and those conversations are going on, suddenly Lulu comes. Lulu is very angry next morning. And Lulu is accusing Nat Goldberg that you did wrong with me, as if Nat Goldberg has raped Lulu or did molested Lulu, different. But Lulu was very angry that you have done wrong, you should not do this, and you have spoiled this, that, all kinds of things, as if Lulu has been abused sexually by Nat Goldberg. So that accusation, but Nat Goldberg is like a kind of a complete nuffat person, complete nuffat kind of a person, and that conversation also is very humorous and quite comic. There it happens, and then Lulu goes off. This sequence where Lulu comes and complains that I have been molested, I have been raped and seduced by Nat Goldberg, that is not included in the film. It is not included in the film. That part is removing out. So that also can be interesting, that why that part is not included, and we can give some interpretation to that part also there. So this all happens. Lulu goes, then PT and Meg also goes, and then they bring Stanley down. And when Stanley comes down, Stanley is very well dressed, very well. In the initial part, when Stanley comes down, he is a ruffian kind of a fellow. Daati વધી ગઈ હોય છે, ચશ્મા થોડા તૂટેલા હોય, મોઢું ધોયેલું નથી, કપડા વેર વિખેર હોય છે બધા, એ રીતે આવે છે. એટલે એકદમ indecent way of living. That was Stanley Weber's way of living, a typical of an artist kind of a thing. But in the last part, when he comes, is very decent, coat, tie, well-combed hair, and he comes on wheelchair. He comes on a wheelchair. He's not able to walk. And then we also come to know he's not able to talk also. He's not able to talk. His spectacles are taken. The spectacles are broken, and then he's not able to have those things. Spectacles also is one of the symbols in the play. So then when he is told to speak, he's not able to speak anything in that context. And then he is taken away by the people. So this is the plot. This is that. And where he is taken, we don't know what happened. We don't know. And it goes off there. So this is how the plot operates in the play. 3 acts. In the first act, we are introduced to character, two strangers come. Second act, birthday party, curious thing happens in birthday party. And the third one, we can say Stanley Weber is taken by, who is totally damaged physically, psychologically. He's not able to speak anything, and he is taken by Dermot Mecken and Ned Goldberg to Monty there, and then these people stay there as it is, as if nothing has happened there. This is the plot. This is the plot of the play. So in case we find that well, something happens, but actually we never get an idea what is happening and what these people are and why they behave in this way. So mystery and ambiguity, lots of mystery and ambiguity remains out of this plot. And if you can read one by one the questions, if you can one by one, if you can very quickly give me these questions which are there about mystery and ambiguity in the plot.
The first one is, who are Goldberg and Mecken? From where have they come and why? And why are they angry at Stanley?
Yes. Okay. Fine. Yes. Yeah. Goldberg, Mecken. From where they have come and why are they angry with Stanley? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Next one. Yes. Who else? Yes.
So I am.
Yes.
What Stanley has done that he is fearful of the strangers? Why has he developed a sense of guilt?
What Stanley has done that he is fearful of these strangers. Yeah? So something he might have also done, but we don't know. That's why we can't sympathize with Stanley Weber also. Why has he developed a sense of guilt, which he tries to revert back in terms of attacking this women? He attacks Meg, Lulu. Why? This. Okay. Yes. Then. Next one.
May I say again?
Yes. Yeah.
Why he now is not playing piano related to Stanley?
Yes. Yeah. Why? If he was a pianist, if he was a pianist, then why is he not now playing? What has gone wrong that he is renting a house somewhere in a remotely located place? Yes. Anybody else? Others are there, or just the camera is, this mobile is on and then left for other work or to take a afternoon nap for siesta?
No, sir, we are here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So who else? Yeah.
I'm having power cut at my side, so I'm not actively participating in this.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. The others. Yeah. One more point is there. Yeah.
Sir, it is why he is no. Where do these two men take Stanley?
Where do the two men take Stanley? Yeah. If they say to Monty, who is this Monty? Where is this Monty? So where they say to Monty, but who is this and why, where they are taking? Yeah. Okay. Yes. Fine. And the last one.
Last question is, what is the importance of Lulu in the play?
Yeah. Importance of the role of Lulu. How do we see the role, the character, and the role that it plays in this? If you remove this character Lulu, then also we may find out it's okay. The play seems to be okay. But then if you say Lulu's character is there, then what role does the character of Lulu play? It's a very interesting question. As we have seen that when we see him as an artist, Lulu becomes an inspiration. And what happens when, if you want to kill an artist, what actually you have to do is to kill the inspiration. Kill the inspiration. And killing that is like Ned Goldberg molests Lulu. And that is the way that you can damage the artist. So what the artist seems to be loving, what the artist care for doing, that is normally damaged or that is curtailed, and then the artist would die. You can say that Lulu is freedom. Lulu is freedom to speak, freedom to write, creative freedom, creative liberty. That is this. So once you curtail creative liberty, once you curtail, you make rules that, well, you want this making of a rules to not give a freedom to write and not give creative liberty is molesting Lulu. This is how it happens. So that's why we are referring the other day that now even the OTT platforms will be censored. Now even the OTT platforms will be done now. So that is, you can say, molestation of Lulu. That is in the real world, we can read the molestation. That is why very interesting way that the character of Lulu can be read here also. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So these are the ambiguities and mysteries which opens for a variety of interpretations. Because it is ambiguous and mysterious, it gives us a scope to interpret in variety of ways also there. So this is setting, theme, character, and plot of this play. Yeah. Okay. Any questions if you have here right now? Anybody? Okay, so then let me take a break here for this recording and we'll come